and good morning, and welcome to another episode or life lesson or lesson in life. One of these days I'm going to make up my mind, but right now, take your pick. Anyway, the information I'm going to give you will be very valuable, so pay attention and enjoy the show. Now, I'm going to take you back into the late 50s, and I worked at a place, this is after I got out of the Marine Corps, and I worked at a place called Hydrocarbon Research. They did research on hydrocarbon products like oil and coal and things like that. And I worked 3 different shifts. I worked 8 in the morning till, 4 in the afternoon, 4 till 12 midnight, and then 12 midnight till 8 in the morning. And this one particular day, I worked from 12 to 8 in the morning, came out, and it was a bitter cold day. This is in Trenton, New Jersey. I mean, really cold. A lot of ice on the road and everything. I go out to my car, won't start. A hell of a thing to do because I'm tired. I wanted to get home, have some breakfast, and hit the sack for a while. So I'm standing by the car, and my foreman comes over and says, "What's up, Ronnie?" I said, "Well, my car won't start." He says, "Come on," he says, "I'll give you a push. We'll start it on compression." I said, "Okay, great idea." So Louis Hallebuck had a 55 Buick. Now this car, that's the one that had the fake exhaust things on the fenders. I don't know if any of you remember that, but it was a beast. I mean, you could push a goddamn ship out of a harbor with this thing. So I had a Studebaker, and he pushed me out of the parking lot where the plant was, and we're going along slowly, and we get to a road that both he and I knew we were going, and this was an isolated road, very wide, which was perfect for what he was going to do. So he starts pushing me, and of course, you know how to start it on compression. You have the car in a gear. Let's say I had it in low gear because I had a stick shift. I had it in low gear, and the clutch is pushed down. So he's pushing me pretty fast. The key's on. I pop the clutch, and we're going about 30 miles an hour. Nothing's happening. Now, he doesn't back off. He keeps on pushing me faster and faster and faster. Now I'm going down this road 65 miles an hour in low gear. The car is screaming. It doesn't want to do this. I'm starting to panic because when you're going that fast, the front of the car started coming off the road like a speedboat. You know, you're going fast in the water. And in front, if the wheels come off the road, I'm going to lose complete control of the car. Now I'm in a complete panic. Keys on, low gear, the car screaming. And I think, Jesus Christ, this guy is nuts. Can't he see this isn't working? Now, what saved my life at that point was we were running out of road, and he could see it too. So he backed off, and I put the brakes on, and I stopped before I ran off the end of the road. He drove his car up to the side of mine, and he said, "Well, this is not working, Ronnie." Jesus Christ. I was so relieved to be alive, I didn't even take it up with him. So he said, "Listen, let's take your car down to my brother Tack's gas station." Tack was the name of his brother, and Louis Hallebuck and Tack Hallebuck. They're two, I forget the country they're from, but very nice people, very sociable people, and very helpful. You know, Louis did this on his own, and he was glad to help me. So he takes me down to Tack's Amoco station. It was a gas station in the garage. So he pushes the car in the garage. Tack says, "Yeah, I'll help you." You know, Tack's a big guy. Louis very smart, very street smart, and very smart in engineering and everything. That's how he's the foreman, and just a great guy to work for. Tack is not the sharpest knife in the drawer. Matter of fact, Tack wanted to put some back steps on his house, so he called a cement company. They brought out the cement truck, and he had them pour a square yard of cement on the back of his house. He didn't know that you had to have a form. He thought they would pour it on the ground, and you kind of shape it with your hands in a trowel. So a week later, it was hard. Hired guys come over, break it up, and haul it away. Anyway, that's Tack. Lovable guy, though, I got to say that. So he opens up the hood. He takes a screwdriver. Next thing you know, I see a spark about 4 inches long. Scares him. His head comes up. He bounces it against the hood, and he says, "Oh, you got plenty of electricity," you know. A little bit amusing, but at this point, I was looking for anything that would fix this so I could get home. So he's, okay, I'm going to try something different. So he gets out an acetylene torch. You know, the torch that they use to cut metal, 1-inch thick steel, put it on it and it'll cut it. This actually happened. I laugh now, but at the time, I was ready to quit. He takes the acetylene torch and puts it on the gas line. At that point, I walked out of the garage and started walking down the street. I thought, he's going to blow up the goddamn car in the station. Maybe about a half block later, I hear this voice, "Hey, Ronnie, come back. It's fixed." What it was, and he just did it with the acetylene torch so it wouldn't cut into the metal, just heated it up. There was some water in that line. By holding the acetylene torch on it, he melted it, and the gas came through. And quite honestly, from that point forward, the car never had that trouble again. He actually fixed it. So that was my little adventure. And now, what's the lesson to be learned here? Okay, well, I'm going to tell you, and I wrote it down because I thought of it, but I wanted to make sure I gave it across to you because it's pretty important and it's a valuable lesson that you can use. And here's what it is. If you get involved in something that goes off in a direction that is not at all what you thought it was going to be, don't panic. Realize fully what is happening and handle it the best you can. Now let me tell you that again, because this is worth knowing from this, and maybe you've experienced similar things. So listen up. If you get involved in something that goes off in a direction that is not at all what you thought it was going to be, don't panic. Realize fully what is happening and handle it the best you can. And you will be surprised at your ability to do so. Matter of fact, you may be even shocked at how well you handle it. Why this is so is a later lesson. But anyway, I wanted to give you that today. And I hope you can utilize this. And I welcome you to these little shows that I do, and I hope you're benefiting from it. And if you want to find out more about what I do, you can go to therealronmiscavige.com. You can see other books that I've written, some humorous books, like True Confessions of a Kid, another one called Ruthless, which is not humorous, and it's a different subject totally. I interview other people on a different subject totally, and I think you'll enjoy and benefit from looking at these other things. And if you care to support this endeavor that I'm doing, you can become a patron by going on to my website, therealronmiscavige.com. And I welcome your help. I don't have a sponsor, so my shows are what I deem is good for you and good for my listeners. And I don't have anybody telling me what I can or can't do. And I enjoy that freedom. And I'm sure you enjoy it too. And I hope in your life you feel the same way, that you're able to live your life without somebody lording it over you. So that's today's lesson in life. As I said, if you want, you become a patron, but minimally, why not get other people to look at this show and my other shows? And let's get people educated in some of these things. You can benefit from my hard-won lessons. I tell people I have good judgment because I have experience, and my experience came from bad judgment. So you can learn from my mistakes. At any rate, that bling, I guess that was something on my computer. So for right now, I'm going to sign off. This is Ron Miscavige, and this is Lessons in Life. I will see you on the next show. Bye-bye for now.